So welcome to Embodiment and Resourcing for Resilience. Let us start then with our check-in, our 3 centers, and I'm going to stand for this one this time. You're welcome to remain seated. If you choose to stand, go ahead and get into position. I like standing with my feet about shoulder width apart and my knees slightly bent. It gives me a sense of connection and a feeling of like responsiveness through my body. And putting my hands over my lower tummy. And I close my eyes and just drop in more fully into my body. Feeling at the physical level, how am I today? We just notice what we notice. We let go of any judgments. Cultivating this quality of awareness that's open and welcoming, curious, just noticing the way things are at the physical level. And then let's move our hands now up to the heart area, connecting in with our emotional body. Those fluid emotions that come and go, our moods that shift. Just checking in, what's your weather like on the emotional level? All through the practice, it's totally fine to let your body move or shake or anything, any kind of little adjustments that happen. So we don't want to make our bodies stay really rigid in the practice. And then bringing your hands up to your head, somewhere on your head, and tuning into your mind body, your state of mind. Noticing what you notice. And then letting your arms and your hands come down. Before opening the eyes, just take a moment to pause. Feel the wholeness, all these different aspects of your being that manifests right now through your physical body, your emotions, your mind, your thinking, your spirit, your soul. Just allowing that sense of wholeness to be present here right now. And then gently opening your eyes. And whether you're standing or sitting, we're going to move now into the next part. You can adapt what we're going to do to sitting. And so I invite you to either be standing or sitting. We're just going to do some warm-ups, some movements. First one is shaking or bouncing. So just start really small, just with maybe a little vibration, a little shudder, a little shake. Notice how that feels. And then allow yourself to explore and experiment. So maybe you want to get bigger, some deeper bending of the knees, up and down. Notice how it feels in the rest of the body, in the shoulders and the hips. Notice if your breath gets engaged more deeply. It may or may not. And it's kind of fun to also include some big deep breaths and some sighs. Exhaling through the mouth. I like shaking in side to side. So up and down, side to side. Let it ripple up through the spine, up through the neck. Try it slow and fast, medium. Noticing what feels best for you right now. Arms can be up and out to the side. You can even do a twisting motion. Great. Now letting that slow down, get smaller, closer to your center, until finally you let it go and you just remain standing in our starting posture. Notice how your body feels from head to toe, front and back, side to side. Allowing any reverberations, any shaking or swaying. Great. And now from here, let's do our other, we have another movement we've done now a couple times, turning at the waist, just very slow and small to begin with, keeping your weight balanced over both feet. You can do this sitting by lifting your arms up and just turning from your waist, feeling grounded down through your hips and your legs, sitting on the chair. If you're standing, it's probably easier to let your arms swing out, letting them swing and tap the body one side and the other. Just finding a relaxing rhythm that feels good to you right now. It's like twisting around the core of your body. Letting it be easeful. Letting your mind stay present. Just embodying the experience with all parts of your being. And then again, letting this slow down now, get smaller, gradually slowing until you come into that moment of stillness in our neutral stance. Notice how that feels. Just letting it reverberate through your body. These moments of stillness are nice for allowing the body to integrate what you've just experienced. And it's a nice reminder of letting go of doing and just being, even just for a few moments. So much of our lives we're doing. We take some moments of just pause, let go, notice. Okay, now if your eyes are closed, go ahead and open your eyes and gently transition back into a seated posture. And we'll do one more practice. So this one is an eye movement exercise that's particularly good for connecting in with the vagus nerve. So I'm not going to do a lot of explaining. I will write about it and attach it to the recording if you're interested in learning more about the vagus nerve and the nervous system, but we're just going to do it and experience it. So in this one, there's a couple of different options. I'm going to show you one. One is to lace your fingers, place your hands behind your head on the back of your skull. Now, if this feels stressful to your shoulders or your arms, you might try just one hand or the other. And you're welcome to change during the process. One of the key things, you might want to let your arms come down because I want to talk a bit more. One of the key things in this one is we're going to keep our head facing forward. but we're going to move our eyes. And so it's important to try that. It's actually kind of challenging at first because often our eye movements are connected with how we move our head. So the key thing is you want to have your head facing forward. And when you have your hands behind your head, it helps remind you of that. So let's go ahead and do it. And I'll guide you through, bringing your hands behind your head, placing them back there, the top of the neck, the bottom of the skull. And you can also just do one hand if that feels easier. Now, with your eyes open, move your eyes to your left. And I'm mirroring you. And you want to have your eyes open on this one, but don't strain your eyes. Keep your eyes looking to your left, but your head stays facing forward. Allow yourself to continue breathing. You can blink. Blinking is fine. I'm going to keep track of the time. We won't stay here for more than about a minute. If you notice an urge to swallow or sigh or yawn, just allow that to happen. If it doesn't happen, that's also fine. Continuing a little bit longer. Shift your eyes now to the center, facing front. Why don't you let your arms come down for a rest? Let your eyes close. Pause here. So we're letting our arms rest. We're letting our eyes rest. We're going to do one more part to this. Just staying with it, noticing how you feel. And then let's go for the second part. So again, lacing the fingers, putting them up behind the head, opening your eyes. We're starting looking forward. We're going to leave our head facing forward. Now let's move the eyes to your right. Holding the eyes to the right without straining. Blinking is okay. Any other body, little subtle movements are fine. If you feel an urge to yawn or sigh or swallow, just allow that to happen. A little bit longer. And then gently letting your eyes come back to center. Let your arms come down, maybe resting your arms, your hands in your lap. Close your eyes. Just rest here for a few moments, noticing how you feel. And then let's go into our final closing, where we bring our hands up over the heart. You can have your eyes open or closed, whatever feels most comfortable for you. You're just taking a few moments of stillness, letting go of any doing. Letting our awareness be present. Noticing what you notice. Perhaps ending with tuning into some gratitude. If there's anything you feel grateful for right now or appreciate, just bringing that up into the forefront of your awareness. Perhaps you might feel it in your body somewhere as well. Breathing into it and letting it spread and lingering with it for a bit. And then gently opening your eyes. We'll close the practice there.